Hi everyone, I am back again today to share with you my Morphe Brushes 35T palette review. So if you guys are interested, please keep watching. Alright, so when you get your palette, it's going to look like this. It's just your ordinary black plastic case. However, the plastic is a little thin and I'd say a little cheapy, so you'd want to be a little bit careful with that. The screw came out of my palette here, so that's kind of a bummer. What matters the most is these shades in the inside, and man, do I love these shades. This palette is raved about on YouTube, so I decided to pick it up. You get about 8 matte shades in this palette, and a few shades are mixed between a satin finish with a little bit of glitter and a matte. I don't really care for those shades, but however, the palette is still really beautiful. These shimmery shades, however, are the best ones in the palette, and I love them. I have never had an eyeshadow like this. So if you look here, you will notice that there are a bunch of beautiful brown, purpley, very beautiful shades. And I will do close-ups of all of these shades and swatches. Alright, so here is the beautiful 35T palette. In the first row you have a purpley matte color, which they fade to a champagne color, slowly getting darker from a pink, and then they start going to a more pinky red champagne color. And this color here on the end is beautiful. I love this one. In the second row here you get 2 brown matte shades. This one and this one mixed together is definitely my favorite. I go in with these 3 here to blend out in my crease when I use this palette, and it is fantastic. Then as you go over, you get some bold shimmery shades, and they are just so pretty. This one here is my favorite. These ones are a little darker than this shade here in the middle, and this one I love for all over the lid, and I'm loving that. And then as you pan over, they start to get a little bit darker and going into a darker brown shimmery color, and these are fantastic. I'm gonna go up here and show you guys this. Here's this shade next to it. And they are just so pretty. And then if I go over here to this gold shade, I mean, they are fantastic. And when you move to the third row, you get a color that is very unique. It is almost a coppery brown color that has a blue undertone to it, and it is beautiful. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but once I swatch it on my hand, I'm sure you'll be able to see it. It is so beautiful. And as you move along the row here, you start to get a few purple shades here, which is just a lighter purple color. And then as you move, you get more of a darker purple. This one right here, however, is that matte shade that I was talking about earlier that has a little bit of glitter in it. These ones I don't really care for, however, they are still pretty decent. Then as you move over, you get a lighter goldy, orangey champagne color. And then here's one of those matte shades again with gold glitter in them, and they're alright. Then you just get a grayish brownish. It's more brown than anything. However, it has a little bit of a gray undertone to it, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And then here in the fourth row, which is the row I really love besides the gold row, you get a really pretty pink shimmery shade here, and it is just beautiful. The pigment is definitely there for these eyeshadows. As you move over, you get more orangey shades here. And this shade just looks just like this, and it is so beautiful all over the lid. And as you move over, it just darkens up a little bit. These shades are pretty similar, however this one's more bright and this one has more brown to it. But as you move on down the row, they turn more into brown shades. And then here is more of a shade that is gold, but has a gray undertone to it. Here on the end is a dark brown shimmery shade, which I really, really love this shade. I usually put this on the outer part of my eye, and it blends amazingly. And as you move on to the last row, there is a light brown matte shade here. This one is probably my least favorite out of the whole palette, only because I feel like when you blend it, you kind of lose it in the crease or wherever you're putting this color. As you move over here, you get a really beautiful purple matte shade, and I love this one. And then right here you get a more burnt brown color, and this is a really beautiful color also. Here you just get a very beautiful, more bright purple matte color that goes great with these purple shades here. And then here you can tell I really, really love this shade. These shades here are pretty similar, this shade and this shade, but this one is a little more lighter than this one. I'd say this one's definitely more brown and deeper in color. I'm not sure if you can really tell. Wow, they look a lot similar on the camera. But once you swatch them, you can definitely tell the difference. And then here you get a dark brown matte shade, which goes really, really great with the palette to deepen up the crease when you're using all of these colors here. And lastly, it's just a really, really beautiful gray shimmery shade, and it is great for all over the lid. So as you can see, this palette is very, very beautiful. The shimmery shades are so buttery and creamy. Alright, as I promised, I am going to show you guys some swatches on the back of my hand. I will also include a picture of these swatches just in case I can't get a clear swatch. So, if you're looking here at my hand, on the bottom is the first shade in the palette. It is just this beautiful, beautiful purpley matte shade that is great for blending out all those purple shades. And I also do mix this with my two brown shades that are in the second row, which I'll show you here in a second. And then you just get these really pretty champagne colors as you move. And you can tell as they start going up and getting darker in color. And this shade right here is one of my favorites. I love this shade, and they are so pretty, as you can see. Alright, so here is the second row, and here are the two really, really nice matte shades. This color right here, however, is more, I feel, has more of an orangey tone to it than this one, where this one is more of a light brown color. These two colors mixed together are amazing. And then here is a darker gold shade. I feel like there's more brown to this shade. And then right here is my favorite color, which is the color I always wear all over my lid. I believe in my first couple videos I had this all over the lid, so definitely one of my favorites. And then as you get up here, you get more darker gold shades. And then this shade is just a darker gold shade. Abby Boo, can you please get down? Thank you. If you really need some beautiful shimmery gold shades, I definitely say this palette is worth picking up just for those gold shades, because I have had this for quite a while and I just hit the bottom of my favorite gold shades. Alright, and here is the third row. Now this bottom shade is another one of my favorites in the palette. This is that one color that I was talking about that was a brown, reddish color that has a blue undertone to it. And I'm not sure if my camera can pick this up, but it is so, so beautiful. As you move up, you get some more purpley shades here, which are very, very beautiful, especially this one here on the lid. And then as you move up, you get a little pinky color here, which is great because there's a pink shade in the palette coming up. And then it starts to fade to some really pretty brown shades. So there is the third row. Here is the fourth row on the bottom here, which is the first shade in the fourth row. You get a really, really beautiful pink champagne, really pretty shimmery color. And then right here are the two orangey shades, are very, very beautiful all over the lid. And then as you move, you start to get some more browns. On the end here you have your dark brown shade. However, this one is more of a coppery brown. And then this is one of those matte shades with the glitter. So there's the 4th row. Here is the 5th row. Now, as I said earlier in the video, some of the matte shades aren't all that great. However, the other shades are what really sells this palette. So as you can see, there are these 4 matte shades here. This one was one of my least favorite ones, but now that I'm kind of looking at it, these purple shades are kind of I feel like the matte shades blend easier and look better on the eye than swatching. And then here you get this really beautiful dark brown shimmery shade, and it is so beautiful. This is another one of my favorite ones that I've hit pan on. And then here you get a darker matte color, which this one here isn't all that great either, but like I said, on the eye they blend out a lot better. And then here you get this really pretty dark brown grayish color. Alright, so obviously throughout the video you can definitely tell that I love this palette. Yes, 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 I definitely think you should go buy it. It is $22, I believe, on the Morphe Brushes website. Sometimes that one is out of stock, but the 35O palette, which is the next one I want to pick up and play with and review, only because I know a lot of people really, really love it. And I'd also like to get some swatches out there. But yeah, definitely pick this palette up. You could definitely use this in your collection if you need more taupey shades, brown shades, or gold shades. The 1st and the 2nd row definitely sold me on this palette, which the top row was the more reddish brownish shades and the more pinky shades with that beautiful purple matte color. And then the 2nd shade was the 2 brown matte shades, which those were fantastic. And then the rest of the row was all gold shades, and I've really been eating a few gold shades. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned for future videos. Bye.